everyone, and welcome to our Aspheric Newspaper Headline Updates. Today, this morning, I want to thank every one of you that are following us on our social media handle, and also want to thank you for your comments. Those of you that have commented, those of you that have been following us on our Instagram page, on Twitter, and our Facebook channel. Also, our YouTube, do not forget. Thank you so much. For those of you who have not yet to following us, please kindly click on our notification buttons on YouTube channel as you're subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, follow us on our social media handle on official Aspheric News on Facebook. Aspheric News on Twitter and Aspheric News on Instagram. Do not forget to subscribe also on our YouTube channel. This morning I have with me Mr. Mustafa Abdullahi. Mr. Mustafa, how are you, sir?
I'm good, and you?
How's it night?
It's okay.
Okay, we'll bring you our newspaper review. Before we start, we'll go a quick break, and when we return, we'll read out the newspaper review for you. And stay tuned, and do not forget to call in for your contribution on +234 8099998117 +234 8099998117. Thank you.
My name is Remigius Wangu, the National Leader Movement of Progressive Youths of Nigeria. I enjoy the whole world to subscribe to Aspheric TV on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter and Facebook. Let us build this big vision together. Thank you.
So welcome back, and don't forget that our newspaper briefing is open for everyone, especially Nigerian diaspora. Please, we want you to call in to contribute, make your inputs, and also let your opinion heard as well at the same time. And this morning on Daily Trust, please, on Daily Trust, on the major headline, we said how Tanko Muhammad was forced to resign as CJN. How Tanko Muhammad was forced to resign as CJN. And also on Daily Trust, we have military rejects Zamfara call for citizens to bear arms. Military rejects Zamfara call for citizens to bear arms. Also in Daily Trust, we also have Lassa fever kill 158 in 24 states in 6 months. Lassa fever killed 158 in 24 months in 24 states. In 24 states in 6 months. Let's go back to Tribune. The Tribune top headline in Tribune said Chief of Defense Staff counter Zamfara governor. Chief of Defense Staff counter Zamfara governor. Let's also go back to Sun. Let's go to Sun newspaper. Untold story of CJN resignation. Untold story of CJN resignation. Please, let's also go to this day. On this day, we have FIRS to rescue as subsidy subtly give NNPC revenue. Let's also check our Vanguard newspaper this morning. On the Vanguard newspaper, PDP give Obasanjo 48 to clarify remark on article. PDP gives Obasanjo 48 hours to clarify remark on article. Organ donor claim. Eperema the wife sue NIMS and INEC. NIMS and immigration. NDD's arts introduced at South lawmakers stakeholders review amendment. Let's go to Punch newspaper. Ogun workers declare indefinite strike over unmerited deduction. Ogun state workers declare indefinite strike over unmerited deduction. Lagos developer defrauds 70 house seekers, victims lament. On entertainment story, we have a special on entertainment story. We have a case of celebrity divorce. I don't want to die, Chacha Eke said as she announces end of her 9 years old marriage. That's what our top headline for today. Alaji, let's start from Chacha. This is the second time she have come out publicly and announced her divorce.
Yes. Well, it's really unfortunate, doctor, because if you look at it very well, it's like part of the life of celebrity is divorce has become part of life. You understand? It seems as if hardly you.
How would you say divorce has been part of someone's life?
Because
I disagree with you on that.
Because you see, almost all the celebrities, they will have one issue or the other. Some of them they were able to.
Do not forget the case of FFK.
He's a politician. He's more or less like a public
figure.
But
there is so much domestic violence in homes. So
well, it's unfortunate. If you look at it very well, it's like our mother's era and our own present generation is far apart. Our mothers, they could be able to tolerate excesses of our father. In some homes, you will discover that our mothers, they don't even enjoy what our present women are enjoying, but they endure their state. You understand? At a particular point, their children becomes the source of their joy. But unlike today, a woman today, you come on social media, virtually everything they put on social media, virtually everything that transpired within their home, they'll put there. Chacha Eke, I'm not like supporting her husband, but I just believe that she didn't give room enough for resolving whatever the issues between her and her husband behind. Why rushing to the social media?
Are you in the marriage to know she didn't give room enough?
No, I'm not in the marriage.
So how can you just conclude?
I'm trying to understand. It's unfortunate.
How do you conclude that? For instance, you're not in the marriage. Yes. How would you now conclude that she didn't give room enough to understand what transpired within her and her husband?
There is no level of disagreement that doesn't have a solution. Although I agreed with her, she said it's better to
But there are some that need a part for you to reconcile.
Well, I agree with that. Basically, like, let me take her by her word. She said it's better to walk alive than to live as a corpse.
That is a threat. So that is like maybe her life is under threat.
That is what she's saying. That if she even walking out of her home now, she now saying that look, Nigerians, they should watch out. If she's declared missing, they should know that her husband is behind it, and that is the alarm that she raised. To me, doctor, they have 4 kids together, 4 children together. It's not like when the marriage is no longer there again, everything about them is now collapsed. It's just quite unfortunate that we are still dealing with the issue of Osinachi Nwachukwu, which has led to a litigation now in the court, and she's no more alive, and then we are having this now. What do you think?
No. Look, if you look there very well, yes. I don't think that the opinion saying that she did not give enough room to, settle the issue between her and her husband. But I believe that for her to come out to lay claims and say, look, it is better for me to go out alive than to die.
See, the fact is that we only heard her own side of the story, which she did not even come out openly to say, okay, this is this or that. She said, sorry to my fan, that in 2 years, this is the second time I'm coming out to announce this. That is what she said. She didn't give enough details of what led to her this thing. She said she all along that she has been stuffed in this marriage. It means, don't forget that these are celebrities. These are people that they so much believe that, look, I alone. Unlike the olden days whereby it's we, husband and wife, they consider themselves to be one. There are a lot of things that they don't tolerate today. Before, women of olden days, they tolerated it, and they were able to survive their marriage and keep their home. But today is a different ball game entirely. I'm not saying that there is no domestic violence. I'm not saying that every home is okay. No, it's not okay. But women, men in marriage, couples should give room for more room for settlement, not to start watching their dirty linen in the public. and that's exactly how this one end up now.
No, let me also certify that.
Yeah.
You also understand that most women in our society have gone through, currently going through difficult times of managing the homes. Yes, managing their homes. Most times, there's so much complaint that men are becoming so violent.
Yeah.
Some men are so violent.
Yes.
And this lady also, for a lady to come and before she comes out, she have think over it. She have endured. So I had to be there for 12 years.
No, 9.
Is it 9 years? Sorry,
9
for
years.
9 years. It's a journey.
Yeah,
Even 1 month is a journey.
Correct. See, the fact is that so many people go into marriage institution today without knowing that the marriage itself is not a bed of roses. Marriage requires a lot of give and take. I give, you take. You submit part of your own right to make it work. That is what marriage entails. But you discover that today now, all they have now is that, look, to some extent, you hear some women now saying that, look, if your husband cheats, you too should cheat. I don't know whether you understand what I'm talking about. It's just unfortunate that we are not supposed to discuss some of these things on public TV, whereby you are talking about cheating. But that is what some women propagate on social media today. That look, babe, if your husband do this, you too, you do it.
I disagree with you on that.
It's something that is happening now.
I disagree with you on that.
It's something that is happening now. It's just unfortunate that, look, we have a lot of men that they are men, but what makes them men is completely not in them. Why should a man hit a woman? Come on, we should tell ourselves the truth. But men too, they have their own side of the story, bad side of the story that makes the relationship unhealthy. A situation whereby a woman is paying the bills. A man's supposed to be like the head of the house. Head of the house doesn't mean by head of the house by mouth only. You must provide for your home, upkeep and everything. Otherwise, you must do it. But the situation whereby a woman, she's outside there hustling everything to make sure that she paid her children's school fees, they pay the bills and do everything. It's not all right. Such home will certainly lead to crisis.
To join us on this program, also to call in and contribute and also participate during this conversation, please kindly call our number displayed on the screen if you are watching us right now. And also we want to know where you are watching us from. Please keep clicking. And at the same time, if you have not joined our social media handles, please kindly follow us on our YouTube channel at Aspheric TV, on our Facebook at official Aspheric News, Instagram Aspheric News, and Twitter Aspheric News. Thank you. Let's just discuss about the resignation of the former CGN and the swearing in, because according to the news, some news says untold story why he had to resign. Some also said that some also newspaper have another view that how Tanko Mohammed was forced to resign. But according to the president's statement yesterday during his speech, he said that he resigned on the health ground.
Yes.
So what do you have to say about that?
Well, there is no smoke without fire. When you see pressmen, media houses rushing up and down to unearth certain behind the scenes story of a particular incident, you should know that certainly they will scratch some element of truth. Then they cannot come out to reveal exactly everything that transpired. But one of the stories behind Tanko's resignation, they said everything started on Sunday. Then he was invited, according to one of the dailies, they say he was invited to the State House at the villa and was made to sign his resignation, which under duress, by force, that they made him by force to do that. Well, based on it's just speculation, rumors here and there. Based on what they are saying is that they have hatched the plan to force Tanko out of the system on two grounds. One, based on his health, then the other one on financial misappropriation at the Supreme Court. Whether we like it or not, one is closer to the truth. Which one is closer to the truth in this case? We have 14 of the justices that wrote a joint letter, accusing him and blaming him of neglecting issues of their welfare. They raise lengthy point behind what he has not been doing right. So whether we like it or not, his reign was met with a crisis. We should tell ourselves the truth that.
So are you now saying there is a political interference in the decision of new CJ?
Whether we like it or not, there is once the
Because I already know that they are autonomous.
by mouth they are autonomous.
No, by constitution.
No. When see,
not say by mouth.
When somebody is dictating or is dictating what you get as your allocation, definitely your autonomy is no longer there. Because once you don't have financial autonomy, there is room for somebody to interfere in your own life. That is exactly what is happening here. Remember that the 14 justices accuse him of neglecting them and neglecting their welfare, and of which the Tanko himself now came and defended himself. He said, look, Supreme Court is suffering paucity of fund. And when Supreme Court is suffering paucity of fund, it means Supreme Court doesn't generate money by itself. Supreme Court rely on executive for funding. So the issue of saying they are independent is no longer there. That is the case here.
Let's look at the case of Obasanjo.
Yeah.
PDP threatened to said they will open up. So what's going on?
Obasanjo is like it's like when you have a bone that sticks to your throat.
No, that's our former president.
No,
that's our former president.
Our former president as a member, and he was a member of PDP. Don't forget that he was a two-time president under the platform of PDP, and the present PDP presidential candidate was his vice, and he now came up to say, look, that he made a mistake in 19. You understand? So that is why I'm saying that Obasanjo is like a bone that sticks to PDP's throat, and not just PDP, but Atiku Abubakar himself. You know, each time Atiku is vying for this, he will rush to see Obasanjo.
Does it mean that you have a preferred candidate?
See, Obasanjo did not hide. He has never hide his choice. It's only that his choice over in 2019 did not work out. In 2019, if you observe very well, he worked against the President Buhari, but he did not succeed, which means that his power has diminished. But if you look at Atiku usually rushed to him. But in 2023, Obasanjo did not hide his choice. He has been clamoring to say, okay, power should shift to the southeast. That is what he stands for. And to him, he believed that PDP made mistake. Instead of Atiku, they should have opted for someone from southeast. That is what he said. And now, he always like to set the pace for criticism. Now he now came up, he said, look, I made a wrong choice in over the running mate in 1998. That he said he made the right choice. That is what he said. So it means that is why you now see PDP announcing telling him now that they are giving him 48 hours to explain what he means. It means he's castigating their candidate.
So if you recall yesterday, probably the day before yesterday, that the government said that every citizen should go ahead and carry arms and carry arms. But yesterday, the chief of defense staff countered the from government, saying that nobody is not allowed have the right to carry arms if not licensed. Because I read a story, they say over 100 and something, now 800 and something arms are to be cleared for citizens.
Yes.
What is going on? Is it for political election or?
Well, the chief of defense staff is right. The only person that has the constitutional right to decide who carry arms in Nigeria, not even the president doesn't have that right to decide. The president can only order the military to say do this or that, do that. The president cannot say you should go and carry arms. So, but in this case now, you have a sitting governor now that is now telling his citizens that look, go and carry arms. Then it didn't stop there. He now sponsored a bill, an executive bill to the State Assembly on that. So, which means that there's room. The room for crisis has already been set. And that is why the chief of defense staff is coming out to tell the governor that, look, we don't have any constitutional right to order anybody to carry arms. No matter what, the army is here, the police is here, We have the DSS, they are there. Allow them to perform their work. That is exactly what the CDS is telling the governor. But the fact is that when people are pushed to the wall, there's bound for revolt, and that is exactly where we are now. You discover that in Zamfara, life doesn't mean anything anymore. Or virtually, apart from the state capital, so which is a bit secured, virtually all around the surroundings, they are no longer secure. People are being killed, people are being maimed, people are being kidnapped from their houses, and the ransom are being demanded to be paid. And up to now, as we're talking now, a lot of people are still held captive, and that is why the governor now decided to say, look, go and bear arms, find arms from wherever you can carry arms, and he ordered the CP of the state, the police commissioner in the state, that look, issue licenses to whoever can afford arms.
But Akredor yesterday also said that Nigeria needs state police, not self-defense.
Well,
How do you have to counter that?
Well, if you observe very well, Akeredolu Ale from the beginning, all his beginning has been clamoring for restructuring of Nigeria, not just state police alone. So to him, even Afenifere, they now came out and they are supporting Governor Matawale of Zamfara, because they believe that the best way to go is state police. And there are arguments here and there. Some people will say that the state police is not, Nigeria is not yet ripe for state police now, because when you allow that, governors will use the state police to witch hunt their opponent. That is their fear. But eventually, we must start from somewhere. If you look at our democracy today, when we started this journey in 1999, people believed that it was nonsense, the military, this, that. But eventually today, now we have transited beyond from one ruling party to another opposition. And we don't know what will happen in 2023. So we must start the journey from somewhere.
There is this interesting story. INEC chairman assured United Nations of credible poll 2023. That sounds interesting.
It's very interesting. It's like it's being futuristic. It's only him that know the level of preparation. But between you and I, Dr. Israel, let me ask you, there are a lot of people, based on stories, based on viral videos you see here and there, with respect to people unable to get their PVC. Do you think a lot of people will not be disenfranchised?
I believe that the vote will count.
It will count, but
I'm very
are they
optimistic.
going to obtain, although INEC has extended the PVC collection, but are they going to meet up? Because it seems as if every day people keep on trooping out. Here in Abuja, here, if you go to Old Parade Ground in Garike area 10 here, you will see mammoth crowd, people everywhere looking for this thing. Almost on daily basis, people have been coming out. So it means the process to that is not, the credibility of an election doesn't mean the election day alone. There are processes. The processes start from, if a lot of Nigerians could not get their PVC, it means we are not going to have a free and fair election. We shouldn't stop on that election day alone. The election has processes. Before the election date, and what transpired after the election.
But looking at the 2023 election,
Yeah.
I just found out that the youth are more committed right now. The youth are committed to ensure that they get their PVC.
Yes.
Getting their PVC, and also that the youth advocacy. Yesterday, there's a program that was aired yesterday on all of the youth advocacy in Nigeria, coming out to say that there is need for the youth to prepare themselves, also prepare ahead of 2023 election.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot will happen in 2023. But one of the assurance that I have is if the INEC national chairman have okayed for credible and transparent election, which the president has also having emphasized on that, and on some of his occasions that said that there will be more transparency in 2023 elections. Let's hope for the best, and I think Nigeria have something to offer. I believe Nigeria have something to offer. But looking at, they said that 33 died under hunger, unhealthy condition in Katsina IDP camp.
It may sound weird to somebody's ear that look, we are in Nigeria now, people are dying of hunger. You understand? It's somehow. But
I think international communities always reach out, NGOs are reaching out, and government at the same time are reaching out. So what really happened?
What is happening here is that part of the Katsina that they are talking about has been taken over by bandits. People could not access their farm anymore. But the fact is that Nigeria is not at war, but we have refugees. If you look at the refugee definition, the refugee can only come in a state of emergency or war. But in the situation here now, we are not at war, but we have refugees. Even in Ukraine, where there is a crisis, you could not see, even if you could not see a kind of a IDP camp like we have here. A situation whereby we have an IDP camp here, people are now refugees within their own domain, and nobody is providing for them, and that is why we have issues of people are dying because of death, because of hunger.
For those of you who are joining us, please do not forget to subscribe on our social media handle on Instagram, Aspheric News, on Twitter, Aspheric News, on Facebook official Aspheric News. For your contribution, kindly call on our number displayed on the screen, and also do not forget to follow us or read our daily content on www.asfericnews.com, and I repeat, www.asfericnews.com. Call us on +234 809999 8117, and I repeat, +234 809999 8117. Alhaji, what is your message for Nigerians this morning?
My message for Nigerians this morning is that 2023, let's make it peaceful. The process for making the 2023 peaceful for us, it starts from now. If you don't have PVC, go out and obtain your PVC. Don't allow yourself to be lured by anybody to work against Nigeria. Remember that we have only one nation called Nigeria. Nigeria is for all of us. If we don't make it good, it means we are hurting ourselves. It means I'm hurting Israel, and Israel is hurting me too. We should make it peaceful. We shall be peaceful. The peaceful process starts from now. God bless all of us.
Thank you for watching us, and bye.